Hi, it's Lisa. And it is Friday. That means it is Let's Talk Friday. Let's Talk Friday. Yes, it is Let's Talk Friday. So I hope you guys are all well. I hope your families are well as we approach the end of the year and leading into 2026. I know it can already start feeling like, everybody's getting really busy and a little stressed, and really been praying for the victims of Hurricane Melissa, Jamaica, Cuba, and surrounding areas as well. And even here, it was super windy. We had it wasn't like sustained like the hurricane, right? But the wind definitely picked up here as well in Panama. So just really praying for the survivors, and just I have been a part of a hurricane before, so I definitely know just the devastation and the hopelessness, and when you look around and see all that needs to be fixed and what are we going to do, just continue. Please keep them in your prayers and donate to the causes. Yeah, it's a big deal. So, but along those lines too, I wanted to talk to you about, because I was talking to my daughter and just reminded me. I think my mom used to say too, just one day at a time, one day at a time. Yes, November here in Panama starts their holiday season. Not holiday like we would think of like Christmas and stuff like that, but they celebrate 2 Independence Days. So starting next week, and really they say, word is they celebrate for the month. I've been talking to friends that are kind of waiting for their immigration stuff to come through, and the word on the street is that they're not doing anything for like a month and a half, and then that leads right into Christmas, and that leads into their summer where kids get out of school. So it's starting the summer for them, like we would call the summer in the States. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting times with the rainy season is starting to decline, and so yeah, that's the importance though of not feeling overwhelmed by things that are happening. I also thought about this because Craig and I ran into this couple. We were going for our couples massage. Yes, for our couples massage. It was very nice. And just talking to them, they recognized us and was kind of telling us where they are, and that they're looking for real estate right now. They're looking for a place to live. And, they said they felt very stressed. So we're like, calm down, calm down. It's not that it's necessarily a stressful process. It is because it's new. There are all these nuances about it that make it stressful. So, you have to make a conscious decision to relax in the process, right? So if you don't get this place, there'll be another place right behind it, So going back to one day at a time, take one step at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. It's always the good thing that we're going to wait on the Lord. And so the concept of waiting on the Lord also helps us to take one day at a time, right? And not get ahead of ourselves, because when we start getting ahead of ourselves, that's when things start getting very stressful, especially when you start playing the imagination game. Like, oh, I imagine that all these things could happen. I imagine A, B, C, D could happen, and the worst of these is E, and that could happen. And like, no. So we're gonna keep control of our thoughts and our imaginations, and we're gonna take things one day at a time. Remember, I talked a couple of weeks ago just about sufficient for today is today's trouble. So yeah, that kind of goes along with it too. So if I can concentrate on just today, and then concentrate on really doing today well as well, I think I talked about that recently, about the step that you're on. Like, are you doing the things that you're supposed to be doing today and doing them well, being thoughtful about them, being watchful about them, really paying attention to your surroundings? That's really the most important thing right now. Even if you're planning to move abroad, where you're going to move, and the decisions that you're making. This is just a time of change for a lot of people. And I know just from my analytics from my channel that I have a lot of people that's entering, you're starting to seriously think about retirement age, or you're entering it, or you're making changes now. So particularly as you're making changes in your life, and these are life changes that you're making, you're considering your children, you're considering grandchildren, there are a lot of things that could potentially stress you out, like really lead to stressors if you're not thinking about them correctly. So just be sure that you are taking it one day at a time, that you're being patient and you're waiting to hear from the Lord on things, and you're moving when you feel like you have adequate information, right? So when you're feeling like it's time to move out, then you're being courageous and brave enough to actually move on those things, to say the things that need to be said, to do the things that need to be done, and you're praying that you're going to have the strength for that day to do what you need to do, the courage to do what you need to do that day, to have conversations with people, to actually make decisions, to stop mulling over a thing and actually do the thing. So those are all the things that are just super, that you're seeking wise counsel in those things as well. Sometimes the things that you need to do, you need to just move independently on as well, and just knowing the difference of those things as well, when you feel confident that you are going in the right direction. All right, well, that's all I have for today. So my word for today, this Friday, is one day at a time. It's good. It's a good life. That's a good life, but it's a good speed. It's a good speed as well. We need to, in this day of AI and technology moving so fast, we have to be consciously aware to slow it down ourselves. Slow it down. Okay, slow it down to one day at a time. What are you gonna do today? All right. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to share the videos, and thank you for subscribing and supporting this channel. All right, you know what to do. Be blessed. Be blessed, yes.